Hello, my friends, and welcome to Kitsune Readings, where your questions find answers. Hello, my friends, Ryu here. Today we're going to talk about Wave Race 64. This came out in 1996. One of the things about it was that it had realistic water physics, and that physics is still praised today, actually. Championship Trials Stunt Mode. I loved this game a lot. This was probably another one of my most played games on the Nintendo 64. Warm up, you can
select your watercraft, please.
Follow a dolphin around the track.
Welcome to Dolphin Park.
This is one of the games that convinced me to get a Nintendo 64, and was the first game I bought for the Nintendo 64. Well, second. The first one I bought was Mario 64, obviously.
To start racing, select Start the Race from the on-screen menu.
You can see how beautiful this game was. The water physics are great. This absolutely blew my mind in 1996.
Press up and down on the
I
control
couldn't
stick to lean
believe
either forward
how
and back.
advanced this game was. There's the Kawasaki, our Kawasaki advertisements. Did I pronounce that right?
Get ready for the first race. 3, 2, 1.
In the Wii version, they were like Nintendo DS ones, but here on the Switch, they're actually just the Kawasaki ones. The game is the way it should be. The reason why it was like that on the Wii was like a licensing lapse or something like that. But this game, I spent hours playing this because of how amazing it is.
Keep the pace.
Easily one of the best games I ever played on the Nintendo 64. And I'm glad the N64 app is on the Switch. It brings the games to a younger generation, and it gives you the option to experience the game too. Which retro gaming today can be pretty expensive trying to collect retro games. It's ridiculous.
Move on to the next race.
Welcome to Sunset Bay.
You could probably find Wave Race 64 pretty easily if you still have a Nintendo 64. The water effects in this were always gorgeous to me. The levels are beautiful. I liked the music also. I thought the level designs were gorgeous. The sunset we had in this one was amazing.
Keep the pace.
I thought this water skiing game was groundbreaking at the time it came out. I think it was originally pitched as like being F-Zero going water. But the way this game is just amazing. find the quality of our games today is really going down. They're all about DLC and microtransactions. When I'm going through Steam and stuff, which I don't normally do unless I want to. I notice a lot of the games just repeat how they're all the same basic type of game, roguelike and stuff. There's no real variation at all. There's a lot of Souls-like games.
You finished third and got 2 points. Move on to the next.
Welcome to Drake.
Look at the fog effect in this level.
Watch the signal.
I think what they achieved with this is really amazing. This is around the time when graphics and consoles started to match the arcade machines. The fog clears up as you relax in the level, which is also a really impressive feature to me. The way the reflections are. In the water, you can see the reflecting in the water. I haven't played a jet ski game today that's as good as this. I know PlayStation had a jet moto game. This is still the peak of jet ski racing games right now. I see the fog moving. It's all clear now. That's amazing. At least I think so. Gone are the days where we didn't have to worry about DLC, microtransactions. When we got a game, the game was 100% complete, and it was an actual whole game.
And got 7 points.
We don't get that anymore.
Move on to the next round.
Welcome to Marine Fortress.
I think this is the last level there might
3, 2, 1.
be. Downside, this isn't a very big game. We can get through the content that it has fairly quickly. The water's really well balanced. There might be one more level after this. I think the apps are good because they offer a low-cost way to experience games like this, which can be pretty costly today if you want to start retro game collecting. And I have to be careful in collecting games too, because there's a lot of re-release games, but I try to make sure that those games are not changed in any way, and that they're in their original format. This was a big day in my life when I was getting an N64 on launch day. My friend wondered how I got one because they were sold out everywhere, but I got one because I had one reserved at Toys R Us. And Toys R Us doesn't even exist anymore.
You finished first and got 7 points. Move on to the next round.
I never bought
Welcome
Pilot
to
Wing
Fort
64,
Blue.
another launch title. I did rent it at Blockbuster though, so that we could try it out.
3, 2, 1.
Getting the Nintendo 64 was huge back then. You know, that's another thing people don't really go to anymore. Midnight releases. The Switch 2 midnight release was really small. Not a lot of people came. Kind of sad. The largest midnight release I can remember was the PlayStation 2.
You've been overtaken.
Definitely the PS2. The midnight release for the first Destiny game was actually pretty big too. I have a poster signed by the original dev team when I went. I think Destiny was supposed to be a 3-part game, but the second one did so badly, I don't think we're gonna see the third one.
Hey, the final lap.
But I think it's always good to see the games of yesteryear. And this is definitely one of the best, and I'm glad I get to share it with you.
Let it go.
The design and everything that went into this game is just phenomenal. Definitely worth checking out.
You finished second and got 4 points. Nice going. Move on to the next round.
Welcome to
Alright,
Southern Island.
Alright. I forgot how many levels were in this.
Good luck. 3, 2, 1.
This was another game that me and my friends stayed up all night playing. Back when we could get a 3-liter of Shasta. Just stay up all night playing games. Back in the school days. I had my first job back then, which was working in McDonald's. Yeah, everybody's getting replaced by robots these days, so having McDonald's be your first job probably isn't going to be a thing in 2020. That aside, this is some great nostalgic memories for me. get the service gate. You have to pass close enough to the boobies, as I remember. So we messed up this race. Really fun and enjoyable
And
game.
got 2 points. Pretty good.
The ending ceremony was pretty cool.
You're the champion. Congratulations.
Great ending music. Now, you have to have Nintendo Switch online, plus expansion pack to
You
play
get to move
some
on
of
to the
these.
next class.
And I don't recommend doing that unless, like me, you really love retro gaming. Which I do very much. So I spend a lot of time playing these. But if you don't, like, if you're not into retro games and stuff, then there's no need for you to have a Nintendo Switch online with this expansion pack. They have added a lot of games to this. And I'm really happy they put this one on here, just like... I can't express how much seeing this for the first time in 1996 really blew my mind. The beauty of the levels, the way the water effects worked. I truly couldn't believe how advanced this game was. This right here was all the convincing I needed to buy Nintendo 64 back then. What a time to be alive. Nintendo 64 was pretty much sold out everywhere. Anyway, that's all the time I have for today, my friends. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate all of you. I will see you all again very soon. I believe in you, my friends. You can and you will achieve your dreams. Have a great day.